Hey guys, this here. I want to give you guys a basic leveling guide for SRS, especially aimed at newer players. It should be pretty high survivability. There's some other ways of doing this too, which can be a lot faster with like you focus on auras, but I'm going to try to make this guide as easy as possible to follow. I tried playing SRS in the alpha and it handled all of the content very easily. And while this is not an endgame guide and it focuses more on the early parts, you can continue playing SRS to late game and you can change into a lot of other builds from this. An example is that this is usually how I level my anime weapon builds, although we don't know how strong that will be without double dipping. So you start off just using Freeze Pulse and Fire Trap until you get SRS from breaking some eggs. Once you get melee splash and minion damage later from entering the lower prison, you can focus on only using SRS then. You want to get a +1 fire skills wand and put SRS, minion damage and melee splash in there. There is a vendor recipe to do this, which is a magic wand or a scepter, a ruby ring, and an orb of alteration. Make sure it has the blue-red link. I'll be showing the skill tree I use in the background, but there's a lot of variations you can do this. You can pick up zombie nodes, you can use specters, which can become meat shields or extra tank, and you can grab some extra survival. I only used SRS and it was actually really good on its own. Make sure you grab Flesh Offering, makes your minions and later on you as well move faster. Using Clarity can be very nice as well. Play around with the levels so you don't level it so high that you reserve too much mana. There's no specific set levels for these, but if you do level it too high, you can always sell it with a Regret to reduce it to level 1 or a Scouring to reduce it by 1 level. Picking up a Decoy Totem is super useful as well, especially for Ascending. You want to get a 4-linked +1 minion helmet once you get to Act 3, so you can start using either melee physical or faster casting. I prefer melee physical, faster casting can give you some more clear speed. There are 2 recipes that help you get the +1 minion helmet. First, you need a life potion of animation, which you can get by selling any rarity life flask with an orb of transmutation and any rarity bone spirit shield. Then you find a helmet that has 2 red, 2 blue linked together on a magic blue helmet with an orb of alteration and a life flask that you just created. Slap an augment on the helmet and hope for some resist, and you now have a 4-linked +1 minion helmet, which makes SRS do amazingly. Later on at level 65 plus areas, you can get +2 and you'll see another significant increase. In Act 3, you'll pick up Hatred. Once you pick up Elemental Equilibrium on 3, then you can use either Orb of Storms or Arc to shoot rares and bosses, give your SRS a large damage boost. If you use zombies, you want to link them with minion damage, melee splash, and melee physicals. Spectres depend on what mob you're using. For example, ranged mobs can have greater multiple projectiles, or melee mobs can have multi-strike, spells can have spell echo. Gear-wise, you just want to stack rares with life and resist. For a weapon, I usually prefer using a Bright Beak and a Shield Charge so I can Shield Charge to get Fortify and go faster. You can also use an RM War Axe to get Resist, and they're usually very cheap. Another option is going with a very traditional staff setup. You can get a +2 fire skills, later on +3, which make SRS do quite a lot of damage. I find that you don't really need that, and you can just go with the Bright Beak for nice clear speed. Another option, which is more available later in leagues, is picking up the Severed in Sleep to give your minions poison. That also might be worse now with double dipping being changed. City Breath can be a decent amulet for leveling, or using Essence of Fairs on rings and amulets to get more minion speed. You'll really notice it. Once you achieve a 5-link, Spell Echo can be great for quality of life or clearing. It's not really good for bosses because you cap it at 22 fast. You can also add an added fire, and for tankier bosses you can swap multi-strike with melee splash. You should get a cast when damage taken, Immortal Coil, and increased duration setup. You can also use Vile Haste in this setup. Cast when damage taken will not proc your Vile skill, but it will benefit from the increased duration. For Ascending, you want to go Necromancer. For Ascending in the Labyrinth, you want to do Mistress of Sacrifice, followed by Commander of Darkness, followed by Spirit Eater, and then the last pickup is Beacon of Corruption. Izaro is very easy as SRS, especially if you're using Decoy Totem. Your choice for the bandits is most likely going to be kill all the bandits for 2 skill points, but if you really like clear speed, you can help Kraton for attack, cast, and movement speed. Hopefully this helps as an intro to SRS and helps you guys handle the beta content. Thanks for watching, and try to die less than I do.